Biztrends TV show is brought to you by Vanguard Assurance, Bendat Deco and Rental Services, Dank Natural Healthcare Complex, CBC Properties Global Limited.
Buy or renew your motor insurance policy from Vanguard Assurance, your only CIMG Hall of Fame insurer, and get a free water resistance certificate card.
Vanguard.
Through all the changing scenes of life, in trouble.
Don't say insurance. Say Vanguard Assurance, the only CIMG Hall of Fame insurer in Ghana.
We always stand by you.
And I say 0501-498-026. And yeah, my painful, and my woman manuful, and the more fra when you fear do much. Dank Natural Healthcare Complex. I'm
Oh, Bendat Deco.
That's right, it's Bendat Deco and Rental Services. With Bendat Deco, you are sure whatever service you need. Funerals, outdoorings, parties, conferences, spinners, live band with high quality sound. Whatever type of MCs you want, applications, mass hiring of chairs, canopies, all kinds of decorations, and what have you. Every kind of event. For more info, call 0244-219332 or 030-266-1908. You can locate Bendat Deco Rental Services at Latte Biokoshi and Chroma Flats. Bendat satisfaction is our goal.
Hello viewers, good evening and thank you for joining me on Biztrends TV show with me, and I'm K. Wanda. Assessing for funds to start your business or expand your business is a very important element to every entrepreneur. This evening, we've invited over the CEO of Masloc to enlighten us about the packages they have available for SMEs and all entrepreneurs out there. Mr. Amoah, thank you for joining us on Biztrends.
it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Mr. Amoah, briefly tell us about Masloc and its activities.
Thank you. Masloc, in its simplest term,
Right.
it is government microfinance. It was established in the year 2006. And the main goal was to provide room or accessibility for entrepreneurs, small and medium-sized businesses, individuals or groups who were having a very difficult accessing funds or getting capital from the banks or the banking industries. So that was the main reason the then government established Masloc, to cater for the SMEs. That's in the simplest term.
Okay, what are the types of loans available and who can access these funds?
The loans come in many forms.
Right.
In cash.
Right.
And then, I wouldn't say in kind, but in material form. We provide cash, and they also provide cars and other machineries, and then particularly for agricultural activities or agro-processing. We provide tricycles to enhance young guys, particularly the youth, who probably might not have had formal education like us and want to go into that. And factories or processing units or other business activities who need tricycles to actually get their goods or products to the destination that they want, their market point. So we provide a number of activities. We provide capacity building, especially in the area of finances, to make sure that we train our beneficiaries.
Right.
And a lot of people, all manner of people along our social stratification benefit from that provided you have something that is convincing, provided after appraisal of what you intend to do or what you are doing, is going to be very feasible and is going to be beneficial to you and to the society and contribute to the socio-economic development of our country. We are ready to help you.
What is the procedure an entrepreneur or SME business owner has to go through to be able to access these loans available for them?
It depends. We have microfinance, we have small loans, we do investments. It depends on which category.
Okay.
But I think basically what you are supposed to do is to apply first. Application.
Right.
We will try to assess your application. If it is anything that we can really take serious, we will let you fill a form and still go through appraisal stage. We will appraise what you intend to do. And if we think there is the need to support that investment opportunity, what we will do is to make sure that as part of the forms that you are filling, you introduce a guarantor.
Okay. And
the information on all the guarantors, from residential address, postal address, profession, workplace, properties and stuff like that. We take information, these pieces of information, and make sure that we actually feed our system with it. Because with this information that we can trace you and collect our money.
Exactly.
So once you are Ghanaian, once you have a good business to start, or you are already in a good business, particularly the youth and the women, we are ready to help them. So once you're Ghanaian, you qualify, unless you don't have a convincing project or investment opportunity. Right. Because before you embark on any investment project, there should be appraisal for us to know whether, I mean, in finance term they say NPV is positive or negative. Okay. But in ordinary term, I would say that your business stands the chance of, I mean, being successful or a failure. Right. Then we can support you. Okay. And also be sure whether you have what it takes to pay back, because you need to pay back.
Exactly. Every institution would agree with me has an obstacle or challenge. Does the Masloc as an institution have any challenges?
Of course. I mean, every investment on this earth, whether it's in Czech Republic, whether it's in Ghana, whether it's in America, has some risk factors confronting them. Okay. And we are not exemption. I'm sure ours is even much more entrenched in terms of the risk factors that are confronting us. We have the major ones. You know, all risk factors are categorized into two. We have the systematic risk factors. These are the major macroeconomic factors that affect companies and that can lead to collapse of the company, whether public or private. The major macroeconomic factors or indices, particularly the primary ones. And then we have the unsystematic risk factor, the company-specific risk factors. And I'm sure that is where you are much more interested in. What is really affecting us as a specific company? You know, all over the world, recovery is a major challenge, even with the big traditional orthodox banks. Right. So when you come to microfinance, it's a bigger risk. Okay. And when it comes to microfinance, that belongs to the government. The risk is much more profound. Right. Compared to private one. Exactly. So recovery is a major problem. And it's a problem because of probably, as I said, was set up the year 2006. Actual commencement of full operation of 2007 and 8, and then the then government lost power. Okay. And then our predecessors took over for 8 years. And most of the challenges were how the structures have been established. That was a major challenge. Per our policy framework, we are supposed to have national, regional, and district offices. Okay. And we have regions, we have national, and then on paper we have 25 districts out of 216. Okay. So you could imagine somebody travels all the way from, say, Aflao to collect money from Masloc. How do you go and chase the person for the money? If somebody travels all the way from Afram Plains to Kumasi, or Afram Plains to Koforidua, or even Sege to Accra, or even Bonsum Kwanta in the northern western to Takoradi to take money, how will you go and take the money? Exactly. So because we don't have all the offices at the district levels, there is a challenge when it comes to closeness of our interface with our beneficiaries. Right. So it poses a problem. Okay. And as I said, having key human resource and the core competencies, sometimes because of politics, Sometimes because of our culture, the way we do things, because of our attitude, we put people in places and positions that they cannot perform. So human resource too is a problem. And then infrastructure, look at our national head office. It's a major government policy.
Right.
In fact, government microfinance, in terms of capitalization, in terms of its scope of work, in terms of its successes, it should be bigger than most of the banks in the country. And it should be the most important tool when it comes to dealing with the economy. Mind you, basically our market is the defensive type. I mean, SMEs constitute about 80-something% of our market factors. So any government that would take Masloc serious, takes SME serious, and by doing that, by extension or extrapolation, you are developing your economy, making it more resilient, ensuring long-term growth, and then sustainability.
Right.
So it's supposed to, but then, as I said, I mean, a lot has gone bad along the value chain of this whole thing, and that is what we seek to change. We seek to bring in new paradigm shift, new models. We want to restructure Masloc in terms of our structural organogram, functional organogram. We want to set up all the district offices. We want to introduce integrated ICT system. We want to actually broaden
the scope of Masloc's operation
in terms of our interface with the people, so that if you come for money, it has to pass through the district, region to national for approval, and then we make sure the cash outflow is also done along the same critical activity path. Then we can collect our monies back. So we are putting a lot of things in place, and of course there's competition. There are other microfinances. There are competition. Of course, people understand. Of course, branding is a problem. A lot of people have heard Masloc. They don't even know where the offices are. In Greater Accra, Kumasi, they don't even know. So we seek to brand it. We seek to let people know more about Masloc. And of course, we are not liquid now. As I'm talking to you, liquidity is a problem. The whole year, we haven't given even a peso out. But we are working so hard to put a lot of things in place, develop properly, define, establish platform that will ensure that when we take off practically, the challenges that were leading to the collapse of Masloc, as of now, people owe us over 100 million.
Right. We'll take off. That's the CEO of Masloc, Mr. Stephen Amoah. Viewers, you are still watching Biztrends TV show. Let's go for the Vanguard Assurance Safety Tips moment. We'll be back to continue the conversation. Stay and stay.
Vanguard Assurance Safety Tips, brought to you by Vanguard Assurance.
Houses are very, very dear to people's heart, including myself. You know, it's so expensive, and it's a place that provides you shelter. In Ghana, our wages are not too high as compared to the developed world. So if you want to have your own house, there are various means. Either you are saving your salaries, and which will take you getting to about 15 to 20 years. Another means is to take loan from the banks, which also takes a range of up to 10 years, or you go for mortgages, the same number of years. Now, having gone through all this mobilizing money to have a good shelter, ultimately emotions are involved, and not only yourself, your family, your spouse, and your children all get so much involved. So the houses are so special to us, and most people look for cars, but the clear thinking of people is that, look, before I even get a car, let me have a plan towards where I will live. So houses are very important to us.
My name is Faida Annan. I'm with the intermediary section and assistant manager with Vanguard Assurance Company. The likely unfortunate incidences can be fire, flood, and any other allied perils. With fire, you know that most of the time when electricity goes off, sometimes when it comes back, it triggers fire, and then it will affect your building. Then also, when it rains heavily and you live in a flood-prone area, your house can be affected by the flood, which can cause damage to property in the home. We have various covers that we are able to cater for when you insure your home.
People seeking shelter can be grouped into various ways. The first one is that you have your own house and you are living in it. So we can call that one like a home. Sort of, you have your own house, you are living in with your spouse and the children. Now, what are the things that you are exposed to? The house is yours, so when the house is damaged through fire or the contents destroyed by flood, it affects you. So the house itself is something very important to you here, and the personal effects or the contents. Now, Vanguard has what we call Vanguard Happy Home. A happy home in the sense that a house is not a home unless you have this Vanguard policy protecting you. So in case there's a fire, as my sister described, compensation will come in there. In case there's a flood that destroys the things in, compensation will come. In case also there's a burglary and people come in and steal the personal effect, the compensation will be paid as well. And all other perils. Then the second category are people who have a house and they rent it out to someone. So in this case, somebody else have come to rent your house. The building itself is not of concern to the person who have rented your house, but his own personal effect. In that case, we have another, Vanguard has another product called tenant insurance. So the tenant buys the insurance, and the insurance protects the contents that are in. Basically, the things that are concerned is that the fire could damage his personal effects. In that case, it's taken care of by the Vanguard tenant policy. Or it could be a flood that destroys the items. Here also, it could be taken, and various forms of other allied perils. Then finally, we also have landlords. You have a house, you have rented it out, and the person in is a tenant. He has taken a tenant policy. But what happens to the building itself? So you have to take the landlord policy, which takes care of the building itself against fire, against all sorts of damages. So you see, houses are so expensive, but these policies are not expensive. If you take a typical one like a 200,000 flat, 2-bedroom, the policy, what you pay will just be about 2,000 Ghana cedis. I'm going to break these things down to a day. It works out to, let's say, about 5 cedis. So why can't you take the bull by the horn, protect your houses? Because like I've explained at the beginning, houses are dear to us. And there's something special about Vanguard policy, so special than others. All other policies in the market just provide this range of things that I talk about. But for the Vanguard policy, we all know very well that before you can go to work, you need food. Food has to be prepared by our sweetheart or by ourselves in the kitchen. But what happens if the person cuts his hand or something happens to him? So Vanguard actually has devised what we call kitchen protection. And that is actually to take care of whoever is in the kitchen. So today I call on you. Why not sign on to the Vanguard policy today?
Yeah, in addition to what Doctor has said, I would like to add that when you have a claim, especially with a flood, it doesn't take long at all for Vanguard to settle you so that you'll be back to your former self. And then, like he said, the premiums are very low. Even though you have a value of about 20,000 or 200,000, you pay just about 400 cedis as an annual premium. Our prices are very competitive. Even with a value of 50,000, 500,000, you pay very competitive premium at the end of the day. You'll benefit a lot, and then we have made it very flexible as well. If you cannot come to our office, you can contact us on phone or by email, and we'll be able to attend to whatever situation you have.
Welcome back from taking a look at the Vanguard Assurance Safety Tips segment. You are still watching the Biztrends TV show. Mr. Amoah, wrapping up on the conversation, I want to know, in case somebody is looking forward to coming to Masloc to assess funds, what is he or she supposed to put in place?
As I said, we are trying to restructure this place.
Okay.
So we are doing a lot of reviews. Very soon we're going to have our retreat.
Okay.
We're changing our regional managers because we need to actually introduce people with some required skills or specific expertise. I'm not saying those there we're not having it at all,
right?
But we are lifting Masloc to another level.
Okay.
And we're going through all these exercises. We have actually done stakeholder conferences in all the regions to sensitize them and also take their minds off this misconception that Masloc is political.
Okay.
We have done that. Now, whether you're in DSU MPP, it is clear, very emphatic, that you have the chance of getting money from Masloc, but you have to pay.
Okay.
It's not for free. Nothing is for free.
No.
Arbitrages, even they say in investment, are theory.
Okay.
There's nothing practical. Every business, everything that has financial implications comes with risk. So we know there's risk, but you can't have it free.
Exactly.
So we are telling them that whether even if you are the NPP national chairman, with all respect to my bosses, you come, we will actually...
You go through the process.
Exactly. And then you have to pay back.
Okay.
So before you bring it, there are a number of things that are required. We are going to review very soon and bring the new set of requirements. But of course, you apply depending on how much you want. We can give up to about 500,000 Ghana cedis. But we normally like the cooperatives, the groups. Then you get small, 1,000 cedis, 2,000, 5,000, 500 to do small businesses. Because we think by doing that, we have bigger and wider impact. That's what we want to do. And then, as I said, we are introducing, or we are going to introduce, now we have liquidity crisis, we don't have money, but we have put measures in place that as soon as we get funds, there's going to be integrated ICT system to ensure high recovery rate. So that whether you are in the bush or in town, anywhere, we can locate you and take our money. So it's easy, just apply. Let's know that you have running business or you want to start a business, you've done your homework well in terms of your management or personnel, they have the expertise. There's something to show that you can pay. Depending on the amount, we may require even collateral. And then you said something, how we know that the person is actually using the money for the purpose for which it was collected.
Exactly.
Trust me, it boils down to M&E, monitoring and evaluation. There has been a major difficulty in this organization. And I think in Ghana is one of the major difficulties. We talk about them. Trust me, we are now going to have a well-established department solely to handle M&E. We are going through our processes, selecting all the KPIs, key performance indicators, and developing new models that will help us monitor, evaluate, and measure the work that they are doing, so that we'll be part of them. And of course, we are giving them training, and we'll be expecting reports monthly from our beneficiaries, depending on the project, so that we always work together with them and make sure that their project succeeds and we also get our monies back. Then we can expand and revolve the fund so that it becomes a blessing to the state and other people.
Okay, it's time for the business code segment. Let's take a quick look at that. We'll be back to wrap up the conversation. Stay and stay.
Buy or renew your motor insurance policy from Vanguard Assurance, your only CIMG Hall of Fame insurer, and get a free water resistance certificate card.
Vanguard. Through all the changing scenes of life, in trouble.
Don't say insurance. Say Vanguard Assurance, the only CIMG Hall of Fame insurer in Ghana.
We always stand by you.
And I say 0501-498-026. And yeah, my painful, and my woman manuful, and no more fra when you fear do much. Thank Natural Healthcare Complex. And put of you.
Oh, Bendat Deco.
That's right, it's Bendat Deco and rental services. With Bendat Deco, you are sure whatever service you need. Funerals, outdoorings, parties, conferences, spinners, live band with high quality sound. Whatever type of MCs you want, applications, mass hiring of chairs, canopies, all kinds of decorations, and what have you. Every kind of event. For more info, call 0244-219332 or 030-266-1908. You can locate Bendat Deco Rental Services at Latte Biokoshi and Chroma Flats. Bendat satisfaction is our goal.
Hello, I'm Dr. Daniel Ntukwatin from Dank Natural Healthcare Complex. Welcome to B's Moment. I'm here to give 5 tips on symptoms of hepatitis B. 1. Feverishness. 2. Stomach pains. 3. Nausea. 4. Dark clay-colored stool, and then 5, dark urine. If you see any of these symptoms, you are welcome to Dank Natural Care Complex. We are located at Tabora number 2, adjacent to the ECG substation. You can call us on these 2 telephone numbers, 0501 498026 or 0266 593330. Most people think hepatitis B has no cure, so whenever they have hepatitis B, they give up. They wait for the disease to take all the destiny of their body, and they don't even care if it will kill them. But one thing I can assure you is that hepatitis B has a cure, and when you come to Dank Natural Health Care Complex, we are here to take care of all your needs for you, all your medical needs. Come to Dank Natural Care Complex, and we will solve it for you. Thank you, and watch us next week.
Welcome back from taking a look at the business quote segment. Mr. Amoah, we are wrapping up. Your final words to SMEs and young entrepreneurs who are watching you, perhaps putting their document together to come to Masloc for financial assistance. Your final words.
My final word is that some people are coming here. A lot of Kenyans are coming here. They should exercise patience. Very soon, there will be enough resources to take care of them. And I'm also asking them to also make sure that they just don't wake up and say we need money for businesses. They should know and understand what they want to do.
Okay.
They should know and understand the risk that comes with it. Masloc today is not like Masloc yesterday or 2, 10, 5 years ago. No. Masloc today is a different thing altogether, simply because we are going to be much more professional at this time. But our doors are open to everyone to come on board. You can collect your application, but don't come to the head office street. Go to your regional office for your regional managers to collect it, endorse it, and forward it to us.
Okay.
Now, as I'm saying, by 2 years' time, it's going to be much more visible. It's going to be taking a different dimension in terms of its operations, and that is going to be a model that this country will rely on. It doesn't matter which government is in, which party is in government.
This is where we wrap up on Biztrends TV show with me, and I'm Kemak Wanda, and I had in my seat Mr. Stephen Amoah, the Chief Executive Officer of Masloc. My costume is by Eka Omanye Clothing. Follow us on Biztrends TV show, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Until next week, I'll come your way again with another powerful person to enlighten my SMEs and young aspiring entrepreneurs. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you so much for joining us on Biztrends.